Well, a bit of a storm for U of L basketball trying to replace Kenny Payne. Can U of L find the next Shaka Smart or maybe Nate Oates to replace him? WDRB's Rick Bozich joins me with his insight into the future of Cards basketball. Athletics Director Josh Hurd talked about like somebody for 20 to 25 years, so not an older coach.
Right.
Will it be a young upstart or maybe somebody who kind of fits in the middle? Scott Drew at Baylor, he's 53. He could have a 20-year run. His run with Baylor has been pretty amazing. Been there 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, Scott, when he went there, that place was in shambles. A player had been murdered.
Yeah.
They had very little to no NCAA tournament success. He's an NCAA regular now every year. He's a dominant force in the Big 12. He's won a national championship. He recruits the top-level players. He would have to be the top any list.
And he has been number one in the nation with his team 3 of the last 4 years at some point in the rankings.
Correct.
I mean, right there in the mix. And recruiting to Waco, maybe not the easiest thing in the world compared to a Louisville.
But he's done that. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be a question of lifestyle for him. He's been at Baylor now for 2 decades. He built that program. They moved into a brand new on-campus arena of only 7,500 people 2 years ago. So it's a different environment. It would be a matter of do you want a new challenge? Do you want to try and be a coach who won a national championship at 2 different programs? And do you want to get out of the smaller town of Waco and come to Louisville?
And of course, there could be a big counter offer.
And money, of course.
Yeah, but then Baylor might counter, and all of a sudden you think you got a deal,
Sure.
and you don't. Dusty May at Florida Atlantic. He took a little program to the Final Four. He's from Southern Indiana.
Correct.
Check. He's a family guy. Check. Passionate. Check. He actually has a low buyout at $1 million. Check. That helps a little bit. And he just seems that he eats lasagna with his coaches after the wins. I've been reading about this guy. Would he kind of fit into what would be maybe that Shaka Smart or that Oates kind of coach that Alabama has?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Dusty May would be a strong candidate. As you mentioned, he's from Greene County, right outside Bloomington, former IU student manager, worked his way up the hard way, worked with Mike White when he was at Louisiana Tech and then at Florida. And now Florida Atlantic this year, they're going back to the NCAA tournament. He beat Arizona this year. He's scheduled. He beat Texas A&M. He beat Virginia Tech. They've got a good team, and he's a good coach. And Ohio State is also looking at him.
Are we maybe overlooking somebody at a school that's really on the rise, like UC Santa Barbara or Colorado State?
I don't think they would go for somebody like that. They need a little bit of star power. They got to get people excited again about Louisville basketball. They got to get somebody that will win the press conference and sell tickets to get people back in that arena.
Drew would definitely do that.
Oh, no question that he would.
Right.
He'd be the white whale.
Rick Bozich, stay on top of it for us. Give us the final numbers on that contract. A lot of zeros coming up, guys.